In Civ 6, or Civilization 6, every Civ has really one way they're meant to be played, whether it be domination culture, and while I might not know the Krabby Patty secret formula, I do know some secret formulas for every Civ in Civilization 6, letting you play in a unique and interesting, and potentially overpowered way. If you enjoy this video, leave a like, really helps out the channel, and yeah, thank you. I've talked about Macedon before, skip the conquest and just spam out units with your unique encampment for a science victory. With their science for every unit built, you can blitz through the tech tree faster than anyone else in the game when building enough units. Nubia gets production towards districts with Nubian pyramids, and a 40% production increase with adjacent Nubian pyramids to their cities. Spaceports are a district and the most expensive district in the game. With this and the Nubian pyramids, you can pretty much build spaceports in most cities, giving you a faster science victory for 40% less of the cost. Literally the same thing as Macedon for Gaul, except with culture, and you don't need a district. Could help in getting armies out faster, a culture victory, or even to get the late game governments and globalization for a science victory. With Vietnam, you pretty much open up a game of Jumanji and welcome the enemy AI into the jungle. Declare war, let them attack your territory since the AI is, well, they're not the smartest. Wipe them out like their name was Richard Nixon, attack their cities and take them, rinse and repeat for a domination victory. With Byzantium, just declare war on everyone one at a time, run around killing whatever units you can find, and spread your religion in a militaristic domination style of religious victory. With Black Queen France, you want to get a trade route and an immediate war for an easy 3 to 6 combat strength bonus, depending on if the AI has Diplo visibility over you or not. You already start with +1 Diplo visibility, the trade route ends up giving you another for 6 potential combat strength. For Magnificence, nothing really secret here, but you can trade excess luxuries for your court festival. I guess it's about as secret as they get. As Chandragupta, trade one of your terrible or new cities to the AI to get an immediate war of territorial expansion casus belli, which is useful if the closest civ or the civ you want to go after is too far away for you to make use of the casus belli. With Egypt, Soothsayers lets you get almost infinite yields from floods, and with your ability, the flood does literally no damage. It works best with the Great Bath for Faith too, although you're really looking at all the insane production and food yields you'll get by just having the river flood over and over again. As Persia, free trader from political philosophy can give you an extra Diplo advantage, which you can use to attack 2 civs at once, since you'll have at least 2 trade routes at this point with foreign trade and political philosophy, letting you get the Diplo combat strength bonus over 2 civs, and lets you go after 2 civs simultaneously instead of focusing one at a time. With Carthage, set up a map where all the civs start on one continent, travel to another continent, continue spam building settlers in all your cities, well, your capital city at least, and get a Kothon in your second continent's capital city. Make the second city your capital and trade your former capital away for gold before it loses loyalty. You now have a monopoly on the second continent and a capital with the yields palaces provide, not to mention the extra growth giving you insane loyalty pressure, pretty much securing that continent for you and you alone. For English Eleanor this time, you want to get Royal Navy dockyards and iron and cold, and like someone said in the comments of one of my previous videos, you can then use those resources and gold to trade away to get money to buy more great works, thus allowing you to get a great work advantage. With Germany, I genuinely have nothing since they're stupidly simple. If you have any secrets for not just Germany, but other civs, or even any other video ideas even, leave a comment down below. I do usually respond to most comments in the first 24 hours. With Gandhi, you want to declare war and kill units, pillage tiles for double war exhaustions to the enemy AI, then after about 10 turns, you can really make peace for almost anything you want, and after about 10 to 15 turns, repeat the process. With Genghis, you can just wait until the late game, get every single Diplo visibility bonus you can with traders, spies, the unique great merchant, and enjoy your potential plus 18 combat strength against literally everybody. With Gilgachad, you want to build ziggurats everywhere while keeping your population high for stupid science and culture. Replace those tiles in the late game when you need resources or production for spaceports, and you're already way far out ahead in science and culture. With Indonesia, you want to spam build scouts. No, I'm not joking. Ignore researching skirmishers for as long as you can until you get your jongs. After that, start spam building scouts, which should take you no more than 1 or 2 turns for each scout, and use them as maintenance-free escorts for your jongs, giving them an extra 5 combat strength, and they're cheap to build. With Gorgo, attack everyone and everything for fast culture generation thanks to your unique ability and great peace deals. Don't take cities, as you can then attack and repeat the process to get more culture and more yields in 10 turns for the same effect, allowing you to get a huge economy with insane culture generation. With Babylon, a secret way to play them, I guess, is to put Gilgamesh in your game and spam your unique unit to take him on. You will destroy him. With Norway, you want to settle cities with lots of sea resources, preferably from an archipelago-type map, and then get God of the Sea Pantheon with the Stave Church and shipyard improvements. All your sea tiles will provide ludicrous amounts of production. Again, it works best in an archipelago map, and with Sucratax Sea Resources mod to get as many sea resources as you possibly can. As Japan, you might not be able to do this, so take it with a grain of salt, but declare war on your enemy, use soothsayers to spawn hurricanes, and watch them take double damage and lose their entire army in seconds. With Poland, take Crusade as a religious belief, and then convert the nearest city with a fort or encampment, and fight only in that city. Don't take the city until you wipe out the other civ's units before you steamroll the rest of their empire for free real estate. With the Khmer, Domri are absolutely disgusting. These guys move and shoot in the same turn, and they're tanks at soaking up damage. Get a great general for more move speed and more combat strength. With Portugal, you want to enlarge the map as large as your CPU can handle to get as many civs as possible for more traders. Use mods if you want. Keep it as an archipelago though to get your navigation schools as strong as possible. With Australia, archipelago domination. Your diggers gain 5 combat strength when fighting on the coast and 10 when in foreign or neutral territory. That's an easy 15 combat strength against everyone with resource-free infantry units. As Sweden, you want to get great engineer points thanks to your unique abilities, so build campuses. The science is nice, but free wonder construction from all those great engineers is what you're looking for. Kublai Khan just kind of sucks. Just use what I wrote for Mongolia and China for Kublai Khan. If you enjoy the video and don't want to miss out on future content, subscribe and leave a like to get notified every time I post a new video. As Kupe, settle another continent nobody is on, settle it and spam settlers for a continent advantage. Pretty much the same thing as Carthage, but a lot easier since you can go to the open ocean from turn 1. As Lady Thick Thighs, have the smallest map possible and then declare war on everyone. Wait till they come within 6 tiles of your cities before wiping them out and taking free cities. Easy. And by declare war on everyone, I mean one at a time. Don't just go Rambo against the entire world all at once. With Lautoro, wait till the enemy civs are in a dark age and losing loyalty in their cities. Use your Malone riders, preferably, or horsemen of any kind, to run around pillaging everything in sight to reduce loyalty to 0, and then you can use your extra 10 combat strength to finish off the free city. With Mali, declare war with your Mandakalu cavalry and snatch up land as well as gold to snowball your game with all the extra gold you get from kills with the Mandakalu cavalry. With Hungary, you just use Himiko. Everyone knows about it already, but it's just use Himiko. With Ethiopia, you want to use your Afghanistan trap card and declare war while staying on the hills and mountains. Kill everyone and everything in sight before advancing, getting a good peace deal and potentially more cities. As the Aztecs, get as many luxuries as you can to get 5 amenities in each city, which is easier to do as the Aztecs, and you then have ecstatic cities for great benefits. With the Kongo, find out who has relics early game, as chances are you can find at least one civ, go for a swordsman rush, and whoever has the most relics, declare war on them and use your unique unit to force a peace deal, getting cities and relics in the process. With the Incans, put a city right between 5 mountains in a giant mountain pass if you can. Use a trade route that gets 1 food per mountain tile in the city to get unbelievable amounts of food for a super city in the mountains, where you can work the mountains, which give 2 production each. Yeah, it's pretty funny having just a super city with no tiles to work, in my opinion. As Brazil, you get the Sacred Path Pantheon, which gives you stupid, and I mean dummy stupid, holy site adjacencies. With Pericles, there's really nothing, honestly. If you have some secret tip for him, let me know down below in the comments. With Russia, unlike Japan, I know you can do this one. Declare war on someone and spawn a blizzard when their units get too close for insane damage and a free war victory, since the AI loves bum rushing the capital at times. Spain gets 5 religious combat strength against enemy religions, so Debater Apostles with Theocracy makes them the most dominant at religious combat in the game. With the Cree, spam your unique scout, but don't promote them, and then go to war with your nearest neighbor. If they get low on health, then promote them, giving you essentially 50% extra of your listed combat strength with better mobility. The Great Bath with China is easy to get, and by spamming Soothsayers, you can get ludicrous amounts of faith, letting you patronage all the great writers, artists, musicians, and engineers you need for a culture game. As Scotland, for a science victory at the end of the game, declare war on somebody, let them take one of your cities, and then make peace. 10 turns later, you want to declare a war of liberation for double production to space parts, and most importantly, don't take back your city. Keep repeating the strategy every 10 turns, and maybe with multiple civs to change these production bonuses, you'll have the fastest science victory you've ever seen. Can't really think of anything for Arabia, so again, let me know down in the comments if you have a unique idea. Korea might not necessarily have the best strategy, but it's a fun one. Declare war with the Hwaka and a fully promoted victor in your city you need for defense, and shred everything that comes your way before attacking or getting a nice peace deal. With the Zulu, conquer city-states before a full-on war to get easy cores and armies for the big wars without having to go through the pain of taking on an actual big civ first. This is a fun one with Gran Colombia. Go Archipelago with the Great Lighthouse and a Great Admiral for 3 extra movement speed by the classical or medieval eras. As the Ottomans, play on a continent's map, and while you're busy running trains on your own continent, go ahead and use your Barbary Corsairs to raid the coasts of other continents to get nice peace deals or at least to get insane pillaging bonuses. With Georgia, put the Incans in your game and use the Kevsar's Hill bonus, which Incans mostly have hills and mountains. Use it to wipe out their huge cities they like to build, giving you multiple cities with at least 10 population and huge amounts of productions along with great campus locations. With Teddy, use all the Diplo favor you generate to trade for great works or gold that then will go into great works. As Scythia, get an early Kurgan improvement for early Pantheons and a potential Crusade Horseman rush if you can time it fast enough. As Rome, settle your cities as close as possible even without rivers. Your Bath will more than make up for it, and all the cities you have with free monuments will let you dominate any game scientifically and culturally. With England, use Workshop of the World and Dockyards for money to spam by settlers late to send them to different continents and build your own colonial empire. As Canada, spam national parks and declare war on your nearest neighbor. With enough Mounties and the 10 combat strength they get from being near your own national parks, you can wipe the floor with whoever you're up against. With the Netherlands, super forward settle strategic positions like choke points and send every trader to that city to prevent loyalty from mattering. You will need at least 10 traders if you're really going to super forward settle in most cases, as each one gives 2 loyalty, so it isn't a permanent fixed. You'll still want to settle as many cities as possible around that city to eventually have positive loyalty.